My dear friends, my name is Jacob Fiveash, and welcome to Uncaged Zoo Tours. If you are new to the channel and love animals, I recommend and appreciate you hitting the like and subscribe buttons and the bell icon to join me on my tours. Today, we're heading back to Florida for another tour of ZooTampa at Lowry Park. So far, we went to the Florida Wildlife Center, Safari Africa, and Wallaroo Station. There are only 2 sections to go, and our next stop is Primate World. This section opened in 1988 and has 9 types of primates from Africa, South America, and Asia. I'm excited to show you this exhibit because primates are some of my favorite animals. Let's begin. First up are the Angolan Colobus monkeys. Colobus monkeys have long fingers and no thumbs. Despite their lack of thumbs, Colobus monkeys use their fingers to make swinging from trees easier. Besides, Colobus monkeys are arboreal, which means they spend a lot of time in the trees. Another thing that makes Colobus monkeys stand out from other primates is their digestive system. Colobus monkeys eat the leaves that are too toxic for other primates to eat, because their stomach has a special enzyme to help them digest these toxic leaves. It's like how a cow has 4 stomachs to digest its food. We'll be passing by the golden lion tamarins and Bolivian gray titi monkeys as we make our way to some of the loudest animals in the zoo, siamangs. I love it when they do that. Say hello to Sensei, Hooting, and their daughter Kazuki. Typically, once zoo babies are born, they are kept with their mom behind the scenes so they can be closely observed by their keepers. But when it came to Hooting, the keepers didn't know that she had a baby siamang until one morning in 2021. The keepers let the siamangs into the exhibit as usual, not knowing that Hooting was carrying her brand new baby. The keepers spotted the baby when the siamangs started climbing to the top of the exhibit, and were very worried Hooting might drop her new baby. Thankfully, the little ape held on because baby siamangs have an inborn instinct to hold on to their mother, so all was well. A few weeks later, she was officially named Kazuki. More recently, ZooTampa announced that a new baby siamang was born on October 27, 2024. Siamangs are monogamous, which means that they mate for life. To claim territory and to strengthen their bond, the male and female siamangs sing a special song called dueling. It can be heard from up to a mile away and last for up to 25 minutes. The siamang has a large throat sac to amplify its song. Across from the siamangs is a red-tailed Guenon. These monkeys may not be as vocal as the siamangs, but each Guenon has their own facial markings. All red-tailed Guenons have black faces with red fur around their eyes and white cheek patches. Some red-tailed Guenons have yellow, black, or white nose spots. Red-tailed Guenons also have large cheek pouches that can hold almost as much as their stomachs. They use these pouches as a space to carry food that is safe from predators. Next, we will pass by 2 primates that should be familiar to anyone who has watched my previous tours. First are the mandrills, which I've talked about in depth in my Congo gorilla forest at the Bronx Zoo tour. Next to the mandrills are hamadryas baboons. If you want to learn more about hamadryas baboons, please refer to my Africa Rocks at the San Diego Zoo Part 1 tour. When we visit animal lifestyles at the Prospect Park Zoo, we'll see a baby baboon. Then there's the iconic ring-tailed lemur. Ring-tailed lemurs are found on the island of Madagascar. There are over 100 species of lemurs, from chifacas to aye-ayes and red-ruffed lemurs. Ring-tailed lemurs use their tails to signal their location to other lemurs. They also use them as flags to keep the troop together and warn other members of the troop when a predator is nearby. Even though the females are typically in charge of the troop, ring-tailed lemurs do not have a stable hierarchy. The ring-tailed lemur is the only primate whose infants grapple with each other for dominance. They are also the only primate in Madagascar that spends more time on the ground than in the trees. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I've saved the best for last. Say hello to one of my favorite animals, the Bornean orangutan. The word orangutan means person of the forest, but sadly, they, like other primates, are endangered thanks to deforestation, palm oil plantations, mining, and even the exotic pet trade. Despite their struggles in the wild, people have been working hard to save these orange apes. In Borneo, there is a rescue center called Nyaru Mangtang Orangutan and Rehabilitation Center. Here, they teach orphaned orangutans how to survive in the wild. They are divided into 5 groups, which are like the grades in a school. Once the orangutans are old enough, they are moved to forest areas nearby, where they will learn to use their skills to survive. The Kratt brothers, Chris and Martin Kratt, visited this school to teach people about orangutans for one of their shows, Be the Creature. Orangutans have a gestation period of 8.5 months, and they stay with their babies for 7 to 12 years, which is the longest rearing period of any land animal besides humans. Unlike gorillas, orangutans have a solitary life in the wild. Over 11 infants have been born here. Plus, ZooTampa has one of the largest orangutan troops in an American zoo. If you want to learn more about ZooTampa's orangutans, the best time to see them is at 12:30 p.m. for the Orangutan Keeper Chat. With that, we are done with another tour of ZooTampa. Primate World is a fun place to visit because it is one of the most diverse primate exhibits that I've been to on my travels. We only have one more area to go in ZooTampa. When we return to ZooTampa, we'll head on a back-to-back 2-part tour with a combined look at the aviary and Asia. We'll see hornbills, terns, Malayan tapirs, lorikeets, a swimming tiger, and a Komodo dragon. We'll also witness the long-awaited return of the sun bear and binturong, meet our first anoa, and even go behind the scenes to see an Indian rhino being fed by yours truly. Our next tour will mark the 100th Uncaged Zoo Tour, with an in-depth look at the small mammal house at the Smithsonian National Zoo. We'll see several new animals, including tamanduas, Przewalski's horses, tinrex, and black-footed ferrets. We'll also see 4 types of tamarins, 2 types of armadillos, an active sloth, 3 baby meerkats, a baby naked morat, and even witness the long-awaited return of the striped skunk, slow loris, batong, and bush baby. Today's question is, which primate would you be most excited to see at a zoo and why? Thank you for watching my videos, and I'll see you next time. You're smart, creative, and kind.